So today we are going to compare the Ampeg Mini SVT versus the 300 watt Ashdown EVO. Alright, so you might think this is kind of an unfair comparison. This is a $200 practice amp versus a $900 professional thunderous bass amp. I was very surprised by the Ampeg, so I thought, hey, let's compare it to my EVO. I love this EVO. I think it's one of the best bass amps ever. I would love to get a CMT or a BTA from Ashdown. So if Ashdown, you want to send me some stuff, call me. But yeah, so let's just get everything out of the way. I'm not going to talk much in this video, I'm just going to play. But 150 watts, 300 watts, tube, solid state, there's a lot of differences. I didn't get them to try and sound the same, I could have done that, but I just got them sounding good on what I would use them for. They don't sound similar. The EVO has so much more low end, and it's a lot louder. Like the volume on the Ampeg is all the way up, and the volume on the EVO is barely at halfway. So yeah, let's compare it. I'm going to do a pass, clean and then dirty on each amp. We're going to start with the Ampeg. This is clean. Alright, now this is dirty. I'm using the Aguilar tone hammer. Alright, so let's switch over to the EVO. I will say the EVO is a lot louder, so I will try and match that in Pro Tools. I tried doing it with the gain on the mics, but you would just hear room noise. Alright, so now we are using the EVO. As you can hear, there is a little bit of buzz, so that's one negative. Tubes are a little noisy. You know, that might be because of the power in the building, but tubes generally have a little bit of noise. Alright, so this is the clean pass. Alright, so obviously there's way more low end, and the bass knob is turned down. So, yeah, it just has more low end. Obviously for bass, that's a good thing. So, this video is kind of over, but let's see what it does dirty. it might be a little unfair to compare these two. The Ampeg is not bad. It is a great bass amp. Sounds good, nice and big. It is quiet, but it is only 150 watts. And you can get it a lot louder by cranking the gain, but then it does distort. So like if you're playing clean, that might be a problem. For me, it wasn't really because, you know, I'm not a bassist. I just have a bass. Yeah, I do prefer the Ashdown. I think they're one of the greatest bass companies out there, along with Ampeg. Ampeg is not terrible, but a real SVT cost $3,000, brand new. The EVO brand new is $900. And if you get a new one, you won't get this one. This is an old one. This is from like 2002. So the new ones do have some better features. I got this used for $400, so half, a little more than half. Yeah. Let me turn it off because the buzz is annoying. So if you have the option to get the EVO, I would get the EVO. If you're, you know, just playing for fun in your house or doing some home recording, I would get the Ampeg. It's not terrible. I'm thinking about getting one myself, or maybe even getting an SVT. What are those? The Pros, the kind of half solid state, half tube ones. They're around the same size as the EVO. Just have another flavor. I really don't have anything bad to say about the Ampeg. It's small. It's not loud, but it's not supposed to be loud. It's a practice amp. Although there are some guys that use this. Jamie from Pierce the Veil. I can't pronounce his last name. Sorry. White guy. He uses this live as his bass amp. And he has the volume kind of backed off a little bit, which I don't know. You know, whatever floats his boat. But the Ashdown is better, and that's not a surprise. So I hope that, hope this video was fun. Hope you learned something. You know, I think the definitive factor was the amount of low end that the Ashdown has. As you can see, the knob is at 9 o'clock. If I turn it up past noon, it's thunderous, which can be a bad thing. Too much low end is a bad thing. So, you know, it's kind of up to you. If you want to get one or the other, I have nothing bad to say about either. Hope this video was fun. Hope you learned something. Some questions about recording this. I have the Ashdown 410 cabinet with their blue speakers. And that's being mic'd up with an Ashton Origin and an Audix D6. No DIs were used in this video. I hate the way DIs sound. They have their place. But, and that was going into a Behringer X32. And then in Pro Tools. So yeah. See you guys later. Hope you guys learned something.